My name is Nicollette Ochola. I am a student at the University of Hertfordshire in the UK, studying interior architecture and design. I got involved with Zima Homes because they put out an ad for, wasn't really an ad, but a competition for their show house, and they wanted students who are either recently graduated or still in school to design the space. So because I fit in that category, I'm a third year student. I got into the competition, and thankfully I won, and I was given part of the reward for the competition was to implement my design for the show house. So that's how I got involved with Zima Homes, because they gave me a 2-month internship to implement the design. Some of the core ideas for me, being that Zima was affordable housing, and affordable housing not only to provide shelter for people, but so that the housing was dignified. And that's something that caught my attention, and sustainable. So when I got into the competition, I knew that just apart from putting furniture in the space had to be livable, the space had to be dignifying, and the space had to feel like a big space, although the space was small. Affordable housing, the square footage is not usually as big as other forms of housing. So the core idea behind the interior spaces was a space that was going to be dignifying, creating a space that was impactful and sustainable. And Zima Homes being EDGE certified, that meant that we needed to maximize the use of light. Even in the fittings, meaning the taps, we had to make sure that they were low flow, they were aerated, so that we were not wasting water. And something else was that most of the time the word affordable housing has been kind of coupled with cheap, and that's what I wanted to debunk, that affordable housing can look dignifying, can look polished and beautiful regardless of the price point that is used to furnish the home. The most challenging part was staying in budget, but still not compromising on the quality of the space and the furniture that we would select for the space. So trying to understand how to balance the budget and the aesthetics. That's one of the most challenging parts of this project to me. The most rewarding is actually seeing my project come to life, because being a third year student, I'm still in school, so most of my projects stay in the computer. So seeing the project come to life and it being a real life case scenario was definitely the most rewarding part of this project. Looking in the future, I've learned a lot from the design that I've done at Zima Homes, and it's made me think more about designing for impactful living. So designing spaces that are livable and dignifying regardless of the design and the financial constraints. You can always find a way to make a space more dignifying and more sustainable regardless of your financial constraints, meaning that even the people who are in the bottom 40% of the income in Kenya can have dignifying spaces that are beautiful and sustainable. My thoughts, now that the show house has launched, is I'm really hoping that once people get to visualize the space furnished, they may be encouraged to purchase the units. Because sometimes coming into a space without the furnishings can make the space actually feel either small, or you don't understand the spatial planning. But once furniture is put in the space, it gives the clients and even the potential buyers perspective. And I hope that this helps with the sales team and just kind of bringing together the renders and what we've been using for promotional material and what's on the ground.